Dobry. I'm going to now present to you this game Kajko i Kokosz. But how about few words of introduction first, eh? So, Kajko i Kokosz, not the game, the franchise. Back in the day, it... as you can see, this interactive software also has one issue attached to it. So, nothing wrong with it, really. This game, however, is a textbook example of how to not implement a point-and-clicker. And everything that could have been... Hold, please. Okay. Oh, live, sorry. Alright, as I was saying, everything that could have been implemented wrong has been done wrong. And then some. You'll see soon enough. But how about we let the game itself introduce itself and make sure the audio levels are in order, because the intro and outro music is so extremely very loud compared to the rest. So everything is in order. Press the 1 and here we go. 7 stars presents Kajko i Kokosz and stuff. Alright. Mirmiłowo is a peaceful village where cheerful, hard-working people live. One of the few concerns of the villagers was a squadron of banditers stationed at the nearby stronghold. They are called zbójcerze. The name is difficult to translate. Banditers are led by a hegemon who wishes to conquer Mirmiłowo and exile all of its inhabitants. Taking Corporal's advice, he makes yet another attempt. He decides to send someone in to poison their well. As usual, Oferma has been nominated to volunteer. Oferma means clumsy, that's his name. Oferma carries out his mission successfully. The water has been poisoned. The villagers are in danger. To save the settlement, Kajko and Kokosz will have to use their strength and wisdom. They embark on a long and perilous journey. And there are authors of this interactive software and so on, blah blah blah. So, probably judging from the art style, you probably think it Asterix and Obelix except Slav, and kinda you can think of it like that. Alright, restore the audio volumes because the rest of the game has acceptable volume levels. Start the timer, let it capture mouse. And yeah, and here we go, Nowa gra. Blah blah blah. So there are 2 of them. There is Kajko, there is Kokosz. You can steer them independently, decide who goes where and does what, but it's not very well taken advantage of. Alright, for now I have to take this axe and destroy this broom, the most reasonable, intuitive thing to do. Wait. Kajko was supposed to stay there. Alright, use the brush to increase fire and use the broomstick to further destroy this household. You see, in theory you can decide who does what, but in the end most of the interactions have to be done by Kokosz because Kajko is too weak or too short or too feeble or too otherwise incapable of doing anything. The pixels are small. I have to gather artifacts from the table. Alright, move on. Alright, take a look at these flowers, they are important, right? If you click this one,
Zasadziliśmy te kwiaty.
there is some conversation. If you click this one,
Zasadziliśmy te kwiaty.
there is some conversation. And if you click this one, now this is the one that you may pick up and add to your inventory. Alright, I forgot, I have to use this silver knight to harvest this magical... out of the way! There you go, harvest it. And I won't be needing it, leave it on the floor forever. The herb I'll collect on my way back, inventory management. This is the well, I need to unpoison it, but for now I cannot do anything here. Oh. Okay, so this is Lubava, chief's wife. I need to steal some items from the screen.
Dice.
Uh-oh, she's in combat mode. Quick, distract her with kindness.
Ach, dziękuję.
And admire the wave as she passes by. Alright, now I'm free to destroy all the laundry, there you go, blah blah blah. Okay, I'll have you know that these are effectively useless items, but I am free to add them to my inventory and so on, and at the same time I may drop key items on the floor and potentially lose access to them because there will be parts where I may no longer backtrack. For now I need this gauntlet and not this laundry. And I'll have you know that in this game there is limited inventory space, so it's very easy to fill up your entire inventory with junk items so that there is no more room for you for actual items you need. Alright, the game does not give you any hint at any point whatsoever, but fortunately I have quantum brain and I predict future, and I know that I am now supposed to be creating the gauntlet of power using this gauntlet I've stolen and the herb of power I harvested. Alright, the gauntlet is in my possession. Now I may finally leave Mirmiłowo and embark on a long and perilous journey. Yeah, and the solutions tend to be irrational, just seemingly random. Maybe you'll see soon enough. Oh, perhaps you have the badly designed point-and-clicker bingo card.
Zobacz, jaka...
Right, anyway, this guy is us. Oh, wait. To go back, I need to steal this pot of honey. Alright, now, as I was saying, make noise to wake him up, and then bribe him with pot of honey so that he opens the gates for me.
No.
Nah, the animations aren't that bad, I think. Alright, take the sword, I will be nigging it, and leave. Oh, banditers! And the watchman is nowhere in sight. He's probably been vanquished by these guys. Right, are you ready for an action scene? There's going to be now action scene. Are you ready? Alright, here goes.
Ale im dałeś.
Brilliant. Alright, move on. Alright, this is Oferma. As you can see, he is literally naked in the woods after we punished him for poisoning our well. There is optional interaction, you can skip it. This Krzesiwo, no, sparkling purple for igniting fires. I will be needing it, I will be grabbing it on my way back because inventory management. So, as I mentioned, limited inventory space. So, this forest is littered with useless items, seemingly. Gałąź, jabioła, jarzębina, dety. Later in this game, this guy would reveal a randomized recipe. At this point, any of these items could be potential ingredient. But I've set the RNG and I know that the ingredients going to be malina, poziomka, mięta, and kasztan. So I just grab correct ingredients on my way and grab them where the cooking is going to take place. Alright, for now, some more children adventure comic book stuff, help the people in need. Alright, do you like magic pixels? If not, then I have a treat for you. I need to... Yeah, see? Not only you have to click the correct pixel, but I have to time it with the animation. Either that or find more appropriate magic pixel. I have to click this sapling. There you go. Collect this jug plant. It will carry me through most of my problems. Alright, we'll talk about this screen later, okay? Alright, this is Aunt Yaga. The reference to Baba Yaga intentional, except she's a goodie, children adventure comic book stuff. We'll take this jug plant, fill it with water, give it to her, she's gonna enchant it, and give me this scroll. This spell. The spell of I have no idea what it does. She won't tell me, the game won't tell me, I may not inspect this item to see what it does. Okay, so, as you can see, there is some fireplace. You should probably be able to cook something here, right? So what you would do is to use the broomstick, hang the pot,
Good job.
and the sparkling pebble for igniting fires. I didn't have it with me. If I had, it would not be enough to start the fire. Anything, the point I'm trying to make. This is how I got stuck forever on my casual attempt. You see, the game allows you to set up all these things, but that doesn't mean you should. For now, the broomstick has to go with you. And if you set up this bit, you have no idea why the game won't let you through. Alright, we are back at the screen. Okay, so, I have a question. Can you, by any chance, spot any important items that are imperative to your success? No? Me neither. But don't worry, I have quantum brain and I predict future, and I know that I have to take these 2 walnuts with me. Soon you will be embarking onto the next area, and there is a check. The game won't let you through unless you have all the important items in the backpack. Except these walnuts. And you may not beat the game without these walnuts. If you don't have these walnuts, you are forced to do bad ending. Superior game design. Alright, now to just not to forget the mentioned sparkling pebble for igniting fires. And now we move on. Alright, here is this signs what they say. I would like to take a moment. Alright, this one says beer. This one says out of beer. A real tragedy in 2 sentences. Alright, use the golden ring to pay the cabbie, climb on the chariot and move on. Alright, now you finally see Kajko do something remarkable. Both of them have to use their respective weapons to clear the way. And I'll drop the sword forever. I won't be needing it anymore. There's someone who needs help, and once again only Kokosz is tall enough to reach for this plant and help this guy. Alright, this gnome is going to enchant the plant, and I'm going to eat its petals to gain ability to talk with the locals. You know, children's comic book adventure. But skip it. Use it. Let's go. And second. And once again, only Kokosz is tall enough to reach for this hornet nest. And add it to my inventory. Alright, since I've had 8 petals on this magical plant, now I can see, talk with these little creatures, and as you can see, something's wrong. This guy is missing teeth, the other guy got stuck against... Oh wait, not, enchanted water. Yeah, the gauntlet of power we needed to help the other guys. And then he dropped his whistle, it's very small, barely even visible, but you have to pick it up. Alright, this guy flies here, and now I may use the gauntlet of power. Notice that Kajko is hanging out at the left of the screen. That's actually a speed tech. So anyway, as we are helping these creatures, we've discovered that there is a guy here. His name is Boogie, and he's a real prankster. Except his idea of pranking people is just doing physical damage. So children's adventure comic book, we'll have to teach him a lesson and gather the artifacts we got rewarded for helping these guys out. This one and the root of sleeping. Now, since Kajko is at the left of the screen, I may backtrack immediately, and this is the only screen with running water. I may have to refill the jug plant. It is a running theme in this game where you have to keep refilling the jug plant and pour water on something to solve problems. Okay, I'm at the left edge of the screen, so I'm going to start with leftmost action, which is hang this hornet nest to attract the hornets. And once again, only Kokosz is tall enough to reach for this hole and obtain honey. Right, and I'll have you know that at some point in the game, you will be required to combine this sleep root with honey. You may do it now, and if you do, you softlock yourself. Alright, for now I have to use the broomstick to knock over this fungus. It will be used as a fuel because I need to start the fire. Throw it here. Sparkling pebble. Come on. There you go. Use this flaming branch to fix this guy's fireplace, and he rewards me with this very small vine seed. And for now you have to ignite the sleep root. Alright, now let's move on. Alright, this is Boogie. We're using the power of friends we made along the way. We're going to use cooperation. She's gonna carry the ignited sleep root. He's going to inhale fumes and fall asleep. I need to still restrain him somehow, and don't forget to pick up the sleep root. I'm going to need it once more. Okay, it's a seed of vines. Now I have to water it. Now he's restrained. I now have to steal his feather. I won't be needing it, but the game won't let you through. Oh, and by the way, you may backtrack one screen back and once again ignite the sleep root. And if you do, you may no longer combine it with honey. And you softlock yourself. And at any point in this area, if you happen to bring any potential ingredients here from the previous area, you are free to leave it here on the floor and lose access to it forever, because you may no longer backtrack. And you softlock yourself. The softlock potential is infinite. Alright, now one of the only 2 actions in this entire game that has to be done by Kajko. Play this flute to call in the tooth guy for help. Alright, the gauntlet of power, I may freely leave on the pro. Its ammunition is depleted. Yeah, do this as a row and swim forth. So you probably noticed that until this point there were no kind of solutions where Kajko has to go to one place and Kokosz has to go to some other place and to have some actions simultaneously. But there were no like cooperating solution between the characters. Yeah, missed opportunity. And also at this point, up until this point, there were no solutions where you would have to combine 2 items together. So you're probably thinking, this game doesn't have any solutions where you would have to combine 2 items together. Until now.
Miś nie wygląda.
Okay, you see? Alright, drops this branch. Okay, so refill the jug plant once again. The good thing I remembered. Okay, so if you give him raw honey, he's just going to eat honey and you soft lock yourself. You have to drop it on the ground and use the sleep root on it, and the spiced honey you give it to him and he falls asleep. Right, now I would like to save the game because there is on this screen there is something outrageous I would like to see. I would like to show. So okay, so let's just assume that you would like to go forth and make progress. You do something, you do something, and then go one screen back, and this happens.
Nasza kłoda!
Odpłynęła.
No to utknęliśmy tu na dobre.
And the game just softlocks you. Hold up, let me say it again, it needs to be emphasized. The game softlocks you intentionally. I did nothing, and as a result, the game voluntarily took initiative to put itself in a state in which it is no longer completable. Yeah, you know, some of those games do the thing where you go like, whoops, you died, you lose, game over, off to the main menu with you. Hope you've been saving lately. Yeah. And the game has much worse fate in store for you. Right, you need to tie the log to prevent this fate. Alright, this is Miss Nature, the target of my journey. I need to wake it up with water. She comes to life and says, what should I do? So, the leaves from this tree will restore water. But there's the catch. You cannot just pick the leaves. Yeah, they have to fall on their own. So fortunately, I had quantum brain and I predicted future, and I took these walnuts with me, and I'm trying, okay? I may activate the squirrel and it knocks off these leaves for me. I need to. So if you didn't have these walnuts with you, you would be forced to pick the leaves, and they're no good. They lost all the magic, and you would be expected to play the rest of the game normally until it's time for the very last interaction, and they go like, dude, it's no use. These leaves don't have any magic in it. And the game, quote unquote, rewards you with the game over, you lose bad ending screen. Yeah, superior game design. Wait, where did it? I need to water it so that this is, I don't know, chemical of levitation. Somehow they recognize it. Alright, and that's it. I have all what I came for now, just to return to Mirmiłowo and restore water and take a break. Alright, I need to use this chemical of levitation on the log, and the spell of I have no idea what it does. Turns out it is a spell of levitation. Alright, now we drive home in style. So, theoretically, just use straight line to return to village and restore water, but nah, there's one more obstacle ahead of us. There is another squadron of banditers, and they are guarding the village gates, and now I have to defeat them somehow. And this is where the randomized recipe comes into play. The recipe is for the 3 seed of fruit of transformation, and I'm going to use it. Have to use it to defeat the guys. Okay, there is final ingredient on this screen. Come on, alright, there it is. Alright, and now this is the time where we may start brewing. So, as I mentioned, hang this broomstick, hang the pot. No, use this imported fire I brought with me to start the fire. Alright, refill the jug plant with water. Once again, refill the jug plant. There's going to be one more of it. And put the correct ingredients. So, the guy who reveals the recipe, he says it only twice ever. And if you forget, you are stuck forever. But you may attempt to gather all of the ingredients from the entire forest and bring all of these here and attempt to drop them, and only correct ones will get inserted. But if you would like to try it, keep in mind, in this game there is such thing as, whoops, there is too many items on this screen. You need to find another screen to drop excessive items. Alright, I need to destroy this ball's nest to grow this seed, take the fruits. And move on. Yeah, the feather we've stolen from the pranking guy, you would use it to tickle this guy so he wakes up and gives advice and reveals the recipe for the fruit. Alright, we are almost at the home. Uh-oh, banditers. And the gate is already open. Well, looks like Mirmiłowo has been conquered. You should probably find another home. Unless... Look, are you ready? There is going to be now another action scene. Are you ready? Brace yourself. Wonderful. Alright, this... Oh, the watchman is fine. Okay, wait a minute. This hasn't been here before. What's this? How about we dig it out with an axe? So this turns out this time the banditers' plan to conquer Mirmiłowo was dig this tunnel under the already open gate. So to defeat them I have to use one leaf so it creates water and floods the tunnel, and the second leaf we can use on the well and the restore water, and I quickly need to reduce volume by -25 because the victory music is so extremely very loud compared to the rest of the game. And yeah, stop the timer. Alright. And yeah, to celebrate, there you go. Cheers for Kajko and Kokosz, and Helgemon is salty because he lost it. He gives you the classic "No Zayets, no spaghetti." And before we end, there is one more thing I would like to show. So, as I mentioned, there is a comic book attached to this interactive software, and the plot is tells roughly the same adventure, but enough differences to not spoil anything, both sides. So, the plot of the comic was that they were supposed to take only one leaf and throw it into the well, and they did, but Kokosz wanted to overdo it and smuggled in a second leaf and threw it also into the well. And later that night, it resulted in flooding the village. And meanwhile, banditers were storming the gate, and as they breached it, the flood wave washed them away, and that's how they lost. So I'm probably thinking, maybe I should recreate this scenario in this game. So what I did was... there you go. Not deal with the tunnels first, and throw my first leaf into the well. And the game does this to you. Wait, what about banditers? And this is your reward. Game over, you lose, bad ending screen. The villagers of Mirmiłowo had to leave the settlement since Kajko and Kokosz didn't completely fulfill their mission. The same would happen if you didn't bring the walnuts and you were forced to pick the leaves from the Miss Nature. Alright. And that would be all. This has been Kajkosz and Kokosz. Hope you've been enjoying. I have been me. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.